Yeah, hey guys, Andy Flint back again. This time I wanted to do a little bit of a video on what the product actually does. Um, so a lot of people will use this product as a great way of showing how to lose weight. It can do that, and it does do that because it allows your body to go into a state where it's burning fat for fuel. But it's so much more than that, and it's not. It wasn't ever designed to be a weight loss product either. It's just that's just a byproduct of what happens when your body goes into ketosis and uses fat for fuel. So um, it'll obviously use the fat that you put into your body, and then it will also use the fat that you have around stored in your body. So um, I wanted to kind of put it out there that there's more to this than a weight loss product, because that's what a lot of people buy into. They see these great body transformations, which is part and parcel of what the product does. But I wanted to kind of just show you a little bit more about what it does. So yes, it does help you with fat loss because of what I just suggested. It's muscle preserving. So when you're in ketosis, you go into an anti-catabolic state, which means that your body doesn't try and feed from the muscle when it goes into calorie deficit, which is really cool for people that like to keep some size, that have worked hard on it for a very long time and trying to get some muscle bulk, but then want to try and trim back down again. And sometimes when they do that, they actually lose mass. So being in ketosis and an anti-catabolic state will stop that from happening, which is great. Um, in terms of an energy source, there's a really cool video that Prove It have made, and it pretty much compares ketones to the coals and those big, thick logs that burn over a long, sustained period of time, in comparison to the kindling, which is compared to glucose, which is burned really, really fast. So it's a really good metaphorical way of thinking about the two energy forms or sources. Imagine you've got these two energy tanks, one being glucose, one being ketones. This one burns really, really fast, and this one burns really, really slow. So obviously a great benefit there because when you're having glucose and relying on glucose for an energy source, you're like this in terms of energy levels, and we all know what that feels like, and that's why we snack regularly. That's why all of a sudden we can hit a wall and crash. Some people call it 3 p.m. itis, where they're just in the afternoon and really, really tired and can't do anything about it. Um, and that's where ketones can really, really help. If you've got a job that requires concentration and for you to be alert, ketones can help. If you're a high pressure job where you have to stay really focused and use your brain a lot, then ketones can help. So yeah, from an energy perspective and a mental clarity perspective, ketones are actually the preferred source of energy to the brain. They don't require insulin control to actually go up and feed the brain. And if you think about your brain full of millions and millions of light bulbs, the amount of lights that switch on when you've got ketones feeding the brain in comparison to glucose feeding the brain, completely supersede. Ketones completely supersede the glucose in terms of how your brain lights up and responds to that type of energy. So that's it from an energy perspective. Um, Appetite suppression. When I first that was one of the biggest things for me when I first went on the product. I actually found I was still trying to eat quite a lot because I was a 5 or 6 meal a day person, and I was still trying to eat a lot just to try and keep my mass and my size. But then I realised I just didn't need to do that, and also the product was kind of making me. I lost my appetite pretty much, and I also definitely lost my. I used to be one of those 7 p.m. eat food, have my dinner, and then kind of sniffing around for a nice bit of chocolate or an ice cream in the evening. Since having the product, it just hasn't happened, which I'm really glad about because that was definitely a weakness of mine, and it was something that I happy to kick and get rid of. So that's a pretty cool aspect of being in ketosis. Um, Better mood. I definitely feel like I'm in a better mood all the time. I'm not kind of grouchy or tired or aggravated ever. You also get better digestion and clearer skin, believe it or not, from not having all the toxins in your body that you'll find from sugars and the carbohydrates and glucose. So that's what the product does. It's changing people's lives. I'm going to do another video on that and some of the stories and actual individual cases that this has happened to, which is why I'm very passionate about the product. But if you've got any more questions about the product and what it can do for you, then please get in contact. Cheers.